Hello, Knights. I am so happy that you're here at North Castle. Each time we've met, we found a piece of the great armor. We've been looking through the King's book for clues about where to find each piece of armor. I can't wait to see what you'll discover this time. You'll be glad to hear that I've taken the time to dust off and clean the King's book. I have it back in my cave. I was going to tell Armorer Caleb where it was, but it looks like I'm the only one here. Why don't you guys enjoy the Royal Musicians while I go look for Armorer Caleb?
Well, hello, Knights. Welcome back. Aren't our Royal Musicians wonderful? I mean, we've had such a great experience this week. We've already discovered the belt of truth. We put it around our waist, and the breastplate of justice, and the shoes of peace, and the shield of faith. And I've been looking for the King's book. I know I left it somewhere, but I can't find it. I've been looking, and I was trying to find Sparky. Where's Sparky? What's that? He went away? Is he gonna come back? I need the King's book. But well, while we're waiting, let's practice our what's it called? What's that thing called that we're practicing? Our banner verse. Yes, we're practicing the banner verse. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Be strong in the Lord, and what does it say? It says, in the strength of His power. That's right. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of His power. Where's the King's book? I can't find the King's book. Just gotta find the King's book.
I couldn't find Armorer Caleb anywhere. I brought back the King's book. I have it down here, but I haven't seen Armorer Caleb anywhere. You guys have. He just left. Which way did he go? No, okay, well, I'm gonna go look for him.
Sparky! Sparky! Are you there?
Here I am.
Oh.
I've
been looking for you. Well, here I am.
I have the King's book.
Do you have the King's book?
Yeah, well, I told the Knights here I've been so excited about these quests, and I can't wait to go on an adventure. I just took the King's book to dust it off. Here, I'll go get it.
Oh, so that's where the book went. I thought I had lost it. Well, I have our fifth riddle that I'd like for you to translate for us. Could you tell us what this says?
Let me see. Prisoners, earthquakes, and songs of celebration. That's where you'll find the helmet of salvation.
Helmet of salvation? Whoa, this sounds like an exciting quest.
It sure does. Are there stories in the King's Book about prisoners and earthquakes?
There sure are. There are several stories with earthquakes and a lot of stories about prisoners.
Well, what about earthquakes, prisoners, and songs?
Well, that narrows it down a lot. I think a story in Acts might be the right one. Let's look inside the King's Book and see what we can learn from the royal players.
In the book of Acts, chapter 16, there is a story about two men and a prison escape in Macedonia. Well, it wasn't really an escape, but it was action-packed. It all started when Paul and Silas were trying to find a place to pray. They met a girl with a spirit that gave her the ability to predict the future. When she saw Paul and Silas, she began to follow them around everywhere, saying, "These are the guys who are telling you the way of salvation." She said this day after day, after day, after day. Even though Paul is known as being a really big, super awesome apostle, he did what most of us would do. He got really annoyed with the girl. Finally, Paul turned around to her and said, "In the name of Jesus, I command you, spirit, to come out of her." And the spirit left her. When people found out that this girl could not predict the future anymore, they got mad at Paul and Silas and had them thrown into prison. A jailer was assigned specifically to guard Paul and Silas. He put them in a special prison cell and put their feet in stocks. He put their feet in stocks, not socks. You know, between two pieces of wood, so they can't get away. This normally would cause people to be sad, but not Paul and Silas. Around midnight, they were heard praying and singing hymns to God. The other prisoners really liked the performance and thought that Paul and Silas were really rocking the prison. It turns out, however, that it was actually an earthquake. Everything shook so much that all the doors flew open and all the prisoners' chains became loose. The jailer thought he was going to be in big trouble with his boss, but Paul spoke up. "Hey, no worries. We're all here. No one ran away." The jailer was amazed and asked Paul and Silas what he needed to do to be saved. They told him, "Believe in Jesus, and you and your family will be saved." The jailer was so happy. He took Paul and Silas home and gave them a bath and gave them food. Even though it was way past everyone's bedtime, the jailer and his whole family were wide awake. They believed in God and were baptized right away. They found salvation that night. They became followers of Jesus. And this is just one great story from the King's Book.
So, what'd you think about that story, Sparky? 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 What'd you think about that story?
That was awesome! That story had everything. Did that actually happen?
It sure did. The knights out here are going to learn about it as they search for the helmet of salvation.
Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? This sounds amazing.
I would like to go too, but we need to stay here at North Castle in case the other knights return. What we can do, though, is get these knights ready for their quest.
What knightly skills do they need to learn this time?
Well, let's see here. They need to learn etiquette.
And a what?
Etiquette. You know, a proper way to act and behave. One important part of etiquette is how to greet someone of importance with a bow. As a knight, you would typically bow by bending at the waist. Many times, knights would also extend their right leg out behind their body as they hold their right arm across their body and bow. This is called bowing and scraping.
You all look very knightly. What's our castle call out today, Homer or Caleb?
It's armor up with salvation. Let's do it at home. Remember, you armor up is boom, boom. Armor up with salvation. That's American Sign Language for salvation. Salvation. Armor up with salvation.
I think they're ready. I wish I could come with you guys on this quest to find the helmet of salvation, but achoo! Sorry, when you unfreeze, it's time for the next video. Enjoy!